Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to create a 3D panoramic panel tower card. I was inspired by Iced Images and her video is in the description down below if you want to check her tutorial. For my project, I use free design papers from Color Your World collection and I left the link to buy me a coffee website in the description down below. It is also a part of my giveaway, so as you can see I included 2 paintbrushes, 3 sentiments and an art palette you can fussy cut. Here are some beautiful designs and patterns, and if you want to take part in my giveaway, all you have to do is to create a project using those 2 design papers and use that hashtag #QLColorYourWorld and put it on your social media by the 24th of September. At the end of this video, I'm going to leave a link to the video with all the information if you're interested. So, you can always download these 2 design papers for free. To create my project, I decided to use green card as a base. So I've got the panel measuring 6 inches by 4.5. And I'm going to score it at 1, 2, 3, and 4 inches. And this way we're going to have half of an inch flap on the right hand side. So then we need 2 smaller panels measuring 4 inches by 4.5. And again, I'm going to score it at 1, 2, 3, and 4 inches. And we need 2 of those. So one will go on the left and one on the right of the side. So then, when this is ready, we are going to also need 2 smaller panels because we want this card to be professionally finished, right? And if you haven't seen Ice Images tutorials, she is amazing. So please subscribe to her channel. So the smaller panel is 2.5 inches by 4.5. And again, I'm going to score it at 1, 2, 3, and 4 inches. And we need one more panel, 2.5 by 4.5. And again, let's score it at 1, 2, 3, and 4 inches. So as you can see, this card is super quick to create. And I do encourage you to give it a go because it is super unusual. And very often we make fancy folds, but those dimensional cuts are even more special. So now it is time to fold and burnish all those score lines. And as you can see, using that bone folder really makes a difference. And throughout this video, I'm going to leave some links in the top right corner with videos using Color Your World collection if you'd like some more inspiration, because in the full collection you get SVG files and PDF files to create shaped cards, and I think that's what's really special when it comes to handmade cards. So, as you can see, in the end, for this card, we need 5 panels, and all of them are 1 inch wide, which means when you put them together, they will fold flat and they can go in 6 by 6 inches envelope. However, if you decide to put some 3D elements on top, you have to create the box. And that's what I did in the end, because I really wanted to make this card super special. So I added flowers. Now it is time to put all those elements together. So first we need to put liquid glue on the flap and make sure it is properly set before we move on to the next step. And also you have to make sure that all the lines match, because there is nothing worse if you have wonky elements, because this way they won't be put together. So when these are ready, then you have to decide how would you like to decorate the card. And as you saw in those 2 design papers from Buy Me a Coffee website, you can choose different colors and you can also use some cutting dies to embellish your project as well. However, I just use my trimmer. And if you'd like to get this one, I got it from Craftworld. And I think at the moment it is the best because the measurement on it is amazing. It goes very small, up to like 1/4 of an inch. So now we have to put all those elements together, and I'm going to start putting the middle one first, then the side panels. And as you can see, I'm literally just eyeballing how to put them evenly. So now it is time to put that liquid glue. And I do encourage you to actually use liquid glue here because you do have time to maneuver the elements. And I'm pretty sure you will need that. But if you put a tape, that will be fixed very quickly. And that's not what we want. So when the panels on the left hand side are ready, we can move on to the panels on the right hand side. And again, I'm going to put my liquid glue and make sure that it's evenly spaced because that's what we want, right? You can also use a grid on your mat and that will be perfectly fine. So now I decided to use some scraps from my stash and I always put those white elements in a folder. So I thought that card style would be perfect to actually use them up. So we are going to need 5 panels to decorate the card. And first, I'm going to create a panel measuring 5 and 7/8 by 7/8. Then you need 2 panels measuring 3 and 7/8 by 7/8. And the smaller panels will be 2 and 3/8 by 7/8. However, here with those 2 smaller panels, I made them too big. So I'm going to trim them in a moment. So don't forget the measurement is always 7/8 wide, and the first panel is 5 and 7/8. The second is 3 and 7/8, and then the smaller ones will be 2 and 3/8. So as you can see, this one is too big, so I'm going to trim it. But don't worry, you can always fix it. So it is 2 and 3/8 in the end. So when these are ready, I'm going to put them on my card. And then you have to make those decisions. How do you want to decorate? And to be honest, in those 2 design papers from Color Your World collection, you get so many beautiful elements and patterns. So first, I decided to use that rainbow diamond pattern because I love it and I would like to use it over and over again. If you do have your favorite pattern from that design paper, please let me know in the comments down below. And I also decided to use that blue one on the second smaller panels because I thought that will look very cool. So the biggest panel is measuring 5 3/4 by 3/4. The blue panels measure 3 3/4 by 3/4. So again, it is 3 inches and 3/4 by 3/4. And then with the smallest elements, I decided to use that diamonds again. And these measure 2 1/4 by 3/4. So the smallest panels are 2 1/4 by 3/4. And as you can see, I do have that pattern and the red is exactly the same in the place here. So now we're going to create a panel for the back where you can write a message. So I'm going to use green card for my mat and that will be 2 1/4 by 4 3/4. And then the white card is measuring 2 inches by 4 1/2. It is time to put them together and that will be perfect space to write your message. So if you want, you can finish your card here or you can embellish it even more. And I do encourage you to use one of the sentiments in that free design paper. If you haven't downloaded yet, what are you waiting for? It is for free and you can use it for so many different projects. So as you can see, it folds flat and I chose the same green card to back the sentiment and I chose on your special day because I thought that would be perfect for today's card because you can give it for literally any occasion. And as you can see, this card stands proudly on a flat surface and it just has so much dimension and I really love it. I decided to use double-sided foam adhesive for the sentiment because I like to do it and I think it makes our cards even more special. It's always a good idea to put few drops of liquid glue, then double-sided foam adhesive, peel off the backing and then use few drops of liquid glue again. This way, that element will be adhered on your project forever. So now from my stash, I decided to use 3 4 flowers I created a couple of months ago. And I think these will work very well with those blues on the design papers. Please let me know if you like the flowers here. So as you can see, this card will be dimensional. There will be a lot of dimension. So I need to create a box for this card, but I don't mind at all. I love making boxes and I'm going to use the same green card. So all the elements will match. So as you can see, I'm using my hot glue to put those leaves and flowers on the card. And the card will be complete, super quick and simple. So if you've never ever tried this one, 3D Panoramic Panel Tower card, please give it a go. And don't forget that in the description down below, I left the link to the tutorial by Iced Images. And her YouTube channel is absolutely fabulous with lots of amazing tutorials. So there is plenty of space to write your message on the back and the card is complete. Thank you so much for watching. Here you can see all the information about my giveaway and you can also see a video with the full collection. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and see you in my next video. Bye for now!